See here. Well, boom. All right, we're live.
Oh, we're live now?
Yep, we
What's
are.
up, David?
Yeah.
David is first.
Oh, wow.
That's no big surprise, but thank you, David, for your due diligence.
Mhm.
Drone shots, Underground Tomas, what's up?
Michael, I hope you're doing better. David is first.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Joe
no big
Josh,
surprise,
goody.
but thank you, David, for your
Yeah.
due diligence.
Yeah.
Who's got the?
Oh, sorry, that was me.
What's up, Russell? Yeah, I saw Mike was on your show this morning.
Russell, Underground Thomas. Wow. Well, cool. I'm just gonna go hide for a minute while I finish my supper.
Okay.
Well, it looked like Mike wasn't doing too bad this morning.
Yeah.
He was doing okay. But still, it's a serious thing, you know. I know everybody hopes the best, you know.
What's up, JD?
Here, there we go.
Okay. Did anybody see that Captain? What's Captain? What's his name that does drone reviews and stuff?
What, Captain Jones?
Captain Drone.
Yeah.
He did one on the Hollystone just a couple of hours ago, 7 or 8 hours ago.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like it flew pretty good. And he says, the only reason I'm doing this is you buy DJI, especially some parts of the world, you're going to pay through the nose. And this Hollystone 780 or whatever it was significantly less money.
What's up, Lisa?
And it had 28-minute flight time, 4K
Really?
camera. And it had a Sony camera on board.
Have to go watch that.
Three axis gimbal and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because usually the two things where some of those cheaper drones are lacking are usually the gimbal and the range.
Yep. Yeah, this had a range of, I think 2 kilometers, 2.3 kilometers or something, whatever that is. Had to be about almost 2 miles.
No, 1 mile.
That's 1 mile.
2.2 kilometers to a mile, Paul.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad though for a cheaper drone.
Yeah.
Because most cheaper drones, you're lucky to get a couple 1,000 feet out of them.
That's true.
I quit watching Captain Drone. He refused to get the Air 3. Said it was not worth the money. Oh, a lot of people said that, Russell. It wasn't just him. There's a lot of people either had an Air 2S and didn't feel like they needed to upgrade, or they had a Mavic 3 and felt like they shouldn't waste some money downgrading because to them it was a downgrade. I mean, if you were going from like a Mini 2 or Air 2 or Air 2, I could see you upgrading to it. Air 2S, I'd hold on to it for a while. What's up, Joe?
I'll show it to you.
Justin's a bum.
I won't show the whole thing, but I'll show you,
Bite me.
Yeah.
show
You're
the
still a
highlights.
bum. Oh, the Captain Drone thing. Yeah, I just saw that.
Didn't E-Drone
I didn't
just do
watch
a-
it. I just saw it was on the. He posted that.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube
You
channel.
know,
Somebody
one of-
else just did a video on that too.
You know, one of the things I wonder is when little guys like this, who've always obviously been
1.8
lacking.
miles, Paul.
How high can you fly?
Mm.
Yeah.
In the software, it has a limitation.
You know, these guys have obviously been lacking because they're obviously using cheaper hardware in their crap. But you know, at some point, the you know, when does that cheap hardware that they buy get its quality that is kind of say where the Air 2 was, right?
Little wheel.
And Mini 2 quality wise.
My joysticks out. So, oh, that's a neat feature.
And eventually that's going to happen.
So I'm gonna put on
The
low.
chips that they used in those will eventually become cheap enough that little guys like Holystone can end up using them.
I'll take a close-up photo.
I mean, in all reality, Hollystone and like some of those other companies, they're really not that small of companies. I mean, they put out a lot of shit. It's
Mm,
just not real high quality stuff.
Over the
yeah.
Because if you go on Amazon, man, Hollystone's everywhere on
Oh,
Amazon.
it's coming back. You see it coming back.
Yeah. But it's like all those companies. Like I said, they're buying the leftover parts. They're not going out and designing their own brand new chips of anything. They're doing like the FPV guys. They're going around and see what's available and buying up whatever they can buy and make a drone and go, here you go.
on Amazon. So
And we obviously buy not the high end crap.
they gave me a discount code.
You
or
know, it's
something.
probably not the newest ESC. It's probably not the newest controller board. You know,
Morning all.
blah
Hey.
blah 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 blah. That's how
Dominic.
those guys make
Hey,
money.
I
That's how
just,
those guys make money.
I just snuck in.
You snuck in. Okay, good for you.
So Russell, you're trying to keep us Canadians out of the US?
We're gonna build a wall, damn it.
Mm.
You bastard.
Okay,
you bloody
that's it.
bastards up there.
Anybody's gonna bang Canadians, I'm gonna ban 'em here.
No, actually, we're gonna do the opposite. We're just all gonna move up there because of global warming.
Yeah, there you go.
Problem solved. We'll just all move to Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I say,
Dominic
nice,
can just move to the Antarctic and he'll be
It's pretty
he
cool
won't
up
be too
here.
hot.
Yeah. Well, I guess I gotta go feed some hounds.
uh-uh.
They cleaned the plate, so
Cleaned it. Looks like they washed it.
Yeah. Drone Shots is in the chat and he's doing okay.
You know, drone shots, that's an interesting subject that I've been asking quite a few people about. And I'm starting to get a really bad vibe that DJI is not going to do backwards compatibility between 04 and 03.
Mm.
Now, there's no reason they can't other than just being buttheads.
Mm.
So 04 is a new chip. According to Magtech, 04 is sort of a version 2 of the chip that the controller chip that they've always used for communications.
Mhm.
It's a new chip. So that's how they've added the antennas. They obviously had to add a couple of extra hardware lines to the chip
just
to
wanna-
talk to the antennas and crap like that. But what, you know, Autel did this with the Evo 2 Pro. They had a V1, a V2, and a V3. And they weren't compatible. And the reason they weren't compatible is because Autel doesn't manufacture their own damn chip, right? They don't have an engineering staff that's going out and sourcing it to TSMC and go, here, build us this chip. And, you know, they just changed the chip design when they went to V2 and V3. They literally swapped companies who provide those chips. Those chips were obviously incompatible because completely different companies building the chips. In DJI's case, that chip is manufactured, is designed by DJI and obviously outsourced to be built by one of the semiconductor kind of places somewhere. I don't
Good
know if
evening,
it's
Mark White.
TSMC or one of the places there in China that makes chips. Probably one of the ones there in China that makes chips. They don't need the most advanced nanometer architecture to probably build that chip. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it was their engineering staff that were over that. So how it can't be backwards compatible is beyond me. If they really, truly, utterly did that and it was their design, somebody needs to be fired. It'd be like the USB spec coming out and going, hey, we're going to have USB 6 and it's incompatible with every other USB version ever. You can't plug anything into it. It just won't work. Bullshit. The companies in the market would come apart.
Hey,
and
looky,
rip 'em
looky,
apart.
there's a picture of him. I think he's going home.
Yep,
Mm.
he's on his way home. He messaged his boss this morning and said that he was in the hospital. His boss sent him a picture back of him in the hospital. Getting a stent put in.
So I really, really wonder, since the Mini 4 is going to launch, this will now make the second drone with 04 and not the first hint of any backwards compatibility
Mm.
at all. Really, the RC Pro can't fly the Air 3 or their Mini 4? Okay, so it
Yeah.
doesn't have two of the frequencies that they work on, but it has all the other frequencies that they work on. So it has one less antenna and one less transmitter. What the hell does that make the difference?
Mm.
Other than the quality of the signal, the hello's still sending the same bandwidth, talking the same language across that bandwidth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just getting this really bad feeling that DJI is gonna
Mm.
pull something. And if they don't and they give it to us in like 6 more months, then I still say that they're pulling one over on us because they're trying to get people to upgrade before they're going to give backwards compatibility kind of thing. It may not show up till next January. And if they pull some bullshit like that, that's purely their marketing finance guys pulling the strings on that. Which really shows you the impact of Skydio and Autel
Right.
really not competing with them. That DJI is now just screwing with the market. Quite frankly, we need to do the same thing that the developers around Unity all did this last week. Scream at them and find somewhere else to go. Maybe we should just all go into FPV and build our own damn drones.
I'll never go FPV. Not interested.
You know what's interesting about that, Paul? There's no reason that the guys that are in FPV that build those FPV drones, there's zero reason they can't produce a camera drone. Zero.
Other than they don't want to. They like to be in a separate category. They're not. When was the last time you heard an FPV guy say, "Oh yeah, I love to fly my camera drones"? No.
But this has been Dan's argument against DJI for a long time, right? Because Dan was a big advocate of, oh God, what the 3DR? 3DR? Is that the one, Justin?
3D Solar, yeah.
Yeah, that one, right? Which was kind of a home built project kind of thing. And he's been a big advocate that we created DJI by not sticking with something like that was more of an open source, build your own kind of
Dan's kind of a
drone.
Dan's kind of a fix-it guy anyway.
Yeah.
I get it.
If you've got something broken, you send it to Dan and he'll fix it.
Yeah, no. That's why he calls himself I fix shit. I get it, but he's not wrong. He's also not wrong about that. In some ways, we've created our own monster with DJI. And
Well, I guess
I'm
it's all
really
in how you look at it and how often you want to change up your equipment or whatever. But if you've got something and you fly something and you like it and it's DJI, God love you, you know.
But they can build those FPV drones cheaper than the DJI drones.
A lot of these guys have built GPS style FPV drones
Sure.
that have stable.
I mean, the
have stability
software
and all that built in.
the software has the switches in there to, I forget what the hell the mode is anyways, but it's got like angle mode or whatever on it. So it'll fly a bit more like a camera.
Russell,
drone.
Russell says FPV is flying in a circle like a NASCAR race.
Hey,
And yeah, drone shots, you're right. It's just firmware, right? There's nothing that they can't do in beta flight or
Well, and the
whatever
other
one
thing, the other
is
thing too,
to make
Rod,
the thing fly like a camera drone. It can be done.
don't overlook the fact that as we get older, we get more set in our ways. I'm not looking to change or relearn anything.
But to give you, oh God, where is it? I don't know. It's around here anyways. So I have an FPV drone. I bought the Gep RC Cine 20, right? That's a bind and fly. I'm not building it. I didn't build the drone. I bought the drone, I bought the drone, I bought the controller, right? And I can happen to be able to use the DJI goggles with that particular drone. So I didn't build it from the ground up. So there's literally nothing stopping people from sort of building camera drones. On top of that, most of the FPV guys seem to think a GoPro on top is as good as anything else. They may not be wrong.
No, it's whatever works for you, you know?
Yeah. No, exactly. So I don't know. I'm just saying this would be the second drone launched with 04 and still no backwards compatibility. So I'm really wondering, as a business, WTF.
Mhm.
You gotta be suspicious. When they had competition, oh yeah, they released backwards compatibility in a week.
So Dominic, what'd you do today?
I just woke up basically.
That's right. What time is it there? It's
About 7:30. No, 7:10. I've lost track of time already.
yep.
7:10 in the morning.
Means he's had too many cups of coffee already,
I haven't had any coffee.
or
yet.
not enough.
Yeah. Definitely.
Paul Hodges, did you do any science today?
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. But I've been playing with drywall, mud and sanding and everything
Oh, I
today.
know. Yeah, you were working on that, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how Ron made out he was going to go to the lumber yard, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And I think he was he taking an extra shift this evening or this afternoon?
Yeah. They had wind tonight. Yeah.
Russell says, no way, I need to go farther than 100 feet.
Ironically, apparently they're working on a new set of goggles. Not surprising. I mean, they're always working on new R&D, but apparently the next set of goggles, the item number has already been registered in China. Or it's in the software or something. I don't know. I read something. So I wonder, and that's what's got me partially wondering about this whole backwards compatibility, because they have all these 03 air units that are out there. And I'm like, really? They're going to just like leave 03 hanging with no compatibility?
Well, why wouldn't they? A lot of proprietary companies tend to do shit like that.
Yeah,
Even
well, that's
then-
why I'm asking the question. Are they turning themselves into shit by starting to make dumb decisions like that?
Well, if they feel like they're the only game in town and they can do what they want, they might.
I think the dogs have hit the off switch again. Paul's,
Oh, Hodges disappeared?
yeah, I think the dogs have got him again.
Yeah, probably. They've learned how to get his attention.
Mm.
Who says that cats and dogs aren't smart? They're pretty smart.
But you know, one of the things that they added with the goggles was the fact that you could fly the Mini 3 Pro and the Mavic 3 Pro with the goggles and
What's up, Mark?
and the motion controller. And so, you know, I figured when the Air 3 come out and sort of the Mini 4 came out that they would sort of push those features a little bit, just as a something different over older versions, so to speak. But since they haven't done any backwards compatibility work, I don't know. I'm wondering.
What's up, Mark? How's it going?
Are they basically trying to force us into upgrades?
Yeah.
Although there is no RC Pro 2 yet. So there is no 04 of the RC Pro. And
Not
I tell
yet.
you what, if they're going to charge $1,200 for that fucker, that thing better be able to fly the Air 2S. It'd be backwards compatible and fly that
so-
drone. As many Air 2Ss are out there.
I know, I'm honestly surprised they've made any of the smart controllers backwards compatible and not forced you to buy one with every damn drone. Because people would have done it anyway. They would have bitched about it, but they would have bought them anyway.
Probably. I don't know. For me, I don't see a reason to buy another camera drone for a long time. I don't care what they do. You know, if I want a small drone to fly with my goggles instead of the Mavic 3 Pro, fine, I'll go find a nice Mini 3 Pro somewhere. It's going to go on sale. It'll be nice and cheap.
What happened? Dogs knock your computer out again?
Nah, that wouldn't happen, would it? Fucking stuff.
They got your attention.
Well, how many times are they gonna do that for you? Move that computer.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting there trying to figure out where the hell I can put it.
Actually, where did I see that?
Or build a box around it so they can't
I
get
probably
to
Yeah.
it.
saw that article on Drone XL.
Put a cover on the front. Yep.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, there it is.
Whether it be on the top or something would be okay, but on the corner.
Yeah. I always read the same thing everybody else does. So
Build a box for it to
It's on the
slide
Drone
into.
XL. So it's
Yeah.
Make
DJ
sure, make sure it has
Avinox
good airflow.
is a new name or whatever that has been.
Yeah,
Right.
floating about. Yeah.
So this was on Drone XL.
I saw that.
So
Yeah, those the day before yesterday.
Marias,
Mark.
how you doing?
new FPV goggles. But again, you would think they would want the goggles to be backwards compatible with the 03 Air units. The 03 Air unit
Can't
is
stop, won't stop.
it's freaking brand new, right? The Avata came out, it had it first, and we didn't actually get the 03 Air units for the FPV drones until what? January this year? February this year? I mean, are they gonna push all of those and they just completely abandoned it with backwards compatibility crap? That'd be just a shit move.
Yeah, I had those the day before yesterday, Marie, and then we had ham last night.
But anyways, reading this article today kind of got me wondering, are they going to skip backwards compatibility and just build these new goggles and a new drone and release it and say, to hell with you? So if they're building new goggles, they're building a new drone. Yay. New FPV drone? That I'd look at. Camera drone? To hell with them. Don't need it.
I'm still wondering where that F-35 is at the moment.
You know, that
I
is a
reckon
great
DJI
question,
stole it.
Dominic. How the fuck could we not know where the hell that thing went? And he had a wingman.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on,
But
what
the
happened?
Wingman
only
didn't let his
trouble-
wingman didn't his wingman bailed out of the freaking airplane. The other guy didn't watch the airplane to
Yeah.
see where the hell it went. Really?
But the only trouble is it's now missing a seat in a cockpit.
Two
So-
seats.
Oh, I know that seats.
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously on the second-hand market, it's not going to get as much, not as much money because it's missing a few parts.
I mean, we went and dug that one off of the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea so the Russians can get their hands on it. You know, the military is tearing themselves apart trying to figure out where the hell this thing went.
Exactly. It's probably on its way to China because DJI want to.
Did it go into the Did it go into the mountains and crash, or did it go into the ocean and crash?
Well, the
Yeah.
problem is you can't really track a stealth fighter. That may have been the reason why they
that's
did
your
that.
problem.
That's not necessarily true either.
Well, we don't know what kind of tracking software they have.
Well,
on it.
the satellite imaging would show where it is, but
Do they want to tell anybody where it is?
that's right.
Yeah, that may be more. That may be more the case. They may not actually want to let anybody know where it is until we recover it. And there you go. Hey, we know where it is because we
Until they recover every
recover
bit and piece of it.
Piece of it.
Yeah.
Because that was the same. That was kind of the same thing when that one
Brilliant.
crashed off the Queen QE in the Mediterranean when the
Yeah.
British lost that one. We didn't exactly tell them. All they said was it was in the Med, not even the general area of the Med
It crashed
where that happened. And
somewhere
I'm
around
sure
the
we
United
parked.
States.
And I'm sure we parked a couple of frigates over top of it until we actually got the boats there to pull that thing up off the ocean floor, which they did. And it was sitting upright, or no, it was upside down when they lifted it, but it was in one piece on the bottom of the Med. And they pulled it up. This one, I don't know if it'd be in one piece. Depends on how high it was and how long it flew before it and what it crashed
Well, they
into.
said it would have only gone up to about 500 miles if it was an autopilot. So it was in South Carolina, depending on which direction it went. I mean,
Did it
could
go
be
in the
much
ocean
further.
or did it go into the mountains? It went in the mountains, great, it blew up. They just got to pick up the pieces. If it went in the
Oh, for-
ocean, then they got to worry about the Chinese and the Russians trying to find
Yeah.
it. Completely
Also-
different security parameters. And hello, the Rio landed on the base
Yes,
when he parachuted out. The pilot landed in a neighborhood,
Laura.
Hey, Laura.
but you kind of would have thought that those two would have known which direction the damn plane was going when they pulled the eject button.
Hmm. You'd think with something that advanced, they'd know where it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, they might.
just-
They're just not telling anybody.
Yeah, they just don't want to tell anybody. That's basically what it boils down to. They don't want the Chinese or the Russians snooping around.
Well, you know, in cases like this, it reminds me of the military being like Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. I know
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What's up, Lance?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
And that thing may be stealth, but it probably still has ADS-B on it to enter. It has a transponder on it for when it's flying in the civilian world kind of thing. So who knows whether that was on or off.
Hmm. Yes, Marie. We can see your test.
But since
Yeah.
neither pilot wound up in the hospital, they kind of know which direction the bloody thing went.
Hmm.
It's in Lance's backyard, isn't it, Lance?
It is, yep.
Now, I reckon Max Air is gonna hawk it for $50.
Lance
That's
is
too
too trying to
much
figure
for
out
him.
how to put a
Like the
DJI
$50.
camera on it so he can fly it around
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
drone.
That's what I reckon. I reckon DJI hacked it and stole it so I can put a camera on it.
Mm-hmm.
There. Okay, I just got some plastic and I made a little box to go around my switch. Hopefully that'll work. And take
here's-
the
Thanks for that, Joe.
And here's the
Yeah.
other part of that dumb thing, Dominic. That thing is so networkable. The wingman probably knew where the plane was because the two planes were talking to each other. No, they are. They're that inner network.
Oh, well, yeah, if they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
talking, he would have swooped down and followed them down, you know?
No, the two planes would have been talking.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Laura.
The buddy system, they call it.
The
in air.
wingman flew back to the base, but
Mm.
they know where that plane. I'm telling you, they know where that plane is. They just don't want to tell anybody. They just don't want to tell anybody.
satellite, GPS locations. They know where that plane is. Can't tell me they don't know.
Surely they can't.
They just don't want the
Fly it
bad
back
guys.
home.
They just don't want the bad guys to know where it is. That's literally all it's about.
Yeah, but all they had to do was say, yeah, well, the plane crashed. Okay, we know where it is, whatever. But now they made it, we can't find it.
Yeah, I know. They made it a big mystery. Uh-huh.
Go to the area and try and find it.
Yeah, they should have had remote ID on it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. It does. It was talking to the other plane.
Yeah, there you go, Murray. You're going to see if it return to home or not.
Yeah, exactly. Why didn't they just hit the return to home?
Isn't he? Was it
You do.
that new, big B bomber or whatever the hell it is? They're saying it can fly with a pilot or autonomously too, eh?
Yeah, the new
Yeah.
B-21 probably.
Yeah.
But
Get the
you have to
B-21 to go out and look for it.
you have
Yeah.
to realize what they're doing with the Air Force. They're making all of those planes sort of one big hive so that they all talk to each other. They can all figure out who's going to engage what target. It's no longer one plane on one plane. It's every plane that's in the air against the bad guys.
I think it became self-aware and it's just gone somewhere. It needed to
And-
do
and-
something.
The system's called Link 16.
In
That's the one that
Injet,
links
yeah,
all the
yeah.
planes
It
and the
is.
ships
You're
and
right.
everything.
You're right. Yep. And in the case of the NGAD or however you want, NGAD, the next
Yeah.
gen air dominance, the 6th gen, they're going to have that interconnectedness with the drones that are attached to the plane. So it's not just one plane; it's one plane and 6 drones
Yeah.
that you're fighting. And they're all interconnected and they're all fighting as one big team. This is all what they're working on. They've already got the AI flying the drones. They've already tested that. I've seen some of the articles where the AI flew the drone. So this is all. So for them to come out and go, we don't know where that plane is. Yeah, bullshit. The other plane knows where that plane is because they were talking to each other.
Yeah, but the other plane doesn't want to.
Yeah, it doesn't want to tell.
The other plane.
He doesn't want to be called a rat.
Exactly. It doesn't want to write it out.
Don't want to rat it out. Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're going to be going to Link 22, and then NATO gets Link 16 after we go to the next level up. Because they're on like Link 12 or something.
But even our ships are interconnected
Well,
with the
that's what I'm
entire
saying.
battle
They,
space.
they use that. That's the system they use to link everything. So everything's talking to each other.
Hmm. Pretty soon it will be Skynet.
Mm,
We'll have invented it.
yep.
But NATO always gets the generation behind us. So when we upgrade, they get the next generation up. It's like the F-22. They don't let nobody have that. There's certain things they don't share with other people.
I'd love one of those, I tell you. After seeing it up close, I'd love one of those.
Yeah,
That thing is unreal.
That's the Boy Scouts tomorrow. It's for boys and girls.
Yeah,
Yay! Thank you.
okay.
That's so much fun.
You let me know when.
And you don't know how much of the
Outside.
INGAD stuff is being tested on the F-22. It's actually acting as a test host to a lot of the devices that they're going to put on the next gen on the F-22 that the F-35 can't. That's how advanced the computer systems are on that F-22.
Yeah, it's the F-35's big brother.
Yeah.
That's who the F-35 calls in when it needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the F-35 by itself is a super capable plane.
That's why we're being super secretive about one disappearing,
Yeah.
or the one that fell off the Queen Elizabeth. Well, it didn't fall off; it flew off and fell over.
The cookies.
Yeah, I remember that. They missed the guy to, what was it?
No. On launch, it lost power. It just
Oh, okay.
straight into the
I-
ocean. The guy
remember-
ejected right at the end of the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
The plane went over the end of the ramp and straight into the water. And
Is Maria
straight down.
scout leader now? I don't know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a scout, it'd be a Girl Scout leader.
It's Tuesday.
They basically found the entire thing
Yeah.
intact and pulled it up. It was upside down.
West Haven Baptist Church, which is on West Water.
Be over the daisies, JD.
Your dad's gonna go, man.
Dad said you're taking my bus. I'm guessing he's gonna drop me off. I can't wait. Best day ever.
Okay.
That's
She's all
funny.
excited because she's going to a scout roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Be a
to-
Girl Scout and her brother can be a Boy Scout. That'd be, I'm glad I'm
Boy
not that
Scouts.
age anymore.
I'll tell you what though, Boy Scouts can get super expensive.
Is that something different? Used to be Girl Guides and Boy Scouts.
No, it's,
Or are we just gone the whole gender neutral
yeah,
thing now?
it's Girl
No.
Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Okay.
But
Things have changed.
Boy Scouts started letting girls into it about, what was it, a year or two ago?
Oh, okay. So.
But no,
okay.
the Girl Scouts are definitely not as intense with the learning stuff as the Boy Scouts. They tend to do a
Okay,
lot
because
more
it used to be
stuff.
Girl Guides out here, so must be something different, or Australia does something different.
Well, no, there is a group called Girl Guides that
Oh,
worldwide.
okay. That's all right.
But Girl Scouts is pretty much a US thing, isn't it?
But no, they have
Mm,
Girl Scouts around the world because they have a program over here
Okay.
where so the girls in the US, they can sell cookies
Yeah.
and donate them. And so people will give them money for boxes of cookies. And then what they do is they donate that money to send cookies and stuff
Yeah,
over
that's what
to
they do
troops
over
and
here,
other
just-
and the poorer countries that can't afford it.
To the
This
troops,
is what
yeah.
the Russians call no damage.
Sarah was a Girl Scout leader for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, that'll buff out. No worries.
Hey, look at what happened where the other part got hit. This is that
Yeah,
sub
that'll
that was
buff
in the
out.
dry dock in Crimea. They knew about this damage. They could see it on the satellites. They didn't know about that damage. But somebody pointed something out today. There's something about this damage that you need to realize. Which way is the metal going? In or out? The answer is it's going out because that shadow strike from the UK is a dual warhead. The first one pokes a hole The second one goes in and then blows up. So it literally blew it out. So the damage you see on the outside
Oh my,
is only a hint as to the damage that went on the inside where that thing went in.
oh my God, JD.
So they were saying that they'd have to take this thing to St. Petersburg, someplace up in St. Petersburg to fix this damage. And they're like, yeah, for the cost, it's cheaper to build a new submarine than to fix this submarine. This one's done. But the Russians go, oh yeah, we're gonna fix it. Okay, good luck. You're just gonna build a new one and name it the same thing. Anyways, the Brits built a pretty good cruise missile. Left a nice hole. It was also the same missile, the same type of missile that hit that amphibious ship in the dry dock right next to the sub.
Really?
Yeah. And they know that other one is toast. It like completely burned up, probably from the inside out. Guy knows how long it's going to take the Russians to get those two Hulks out of that freaking out of the freaking dry dock.
Huh. Yeah, well, the military does its own thing, and we can all second guess the military or what's going on or what do they know, what they don't know. And they spend a lot of money putting information officers out there to lie to the public and tell them nothing, like the rest of our government.
Mm.
Well, I imagine you get a lot of that over there too, Dominic, don't you?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Some point in time, they forget who they're working for. They're more or less working for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
This X-ray 32 at 1717. That should be entering the main river again at approximately 1747.
So, where'd Justin go? Is he eating dinner?
Must be.
I had to go get the dogs. They were fucking going
Oh,
nuts
okay.
outside with the neighbor dog.
So
I'm
you
surprised.
you let the dogs out.
Yeah, Justin let the dogs out.
Ah, so we know who let the dogs out then.
Yep.
The question is, did Justin let Unity out? I'm surprised Justin hasn't been talking about that story. Being the gamer
Unity.
dude.
Yeah. You talking about with the whole Microsoft thing?
No, Unity and their pricing.
Oh, there was a big controversy with Microsoft over Activision.
No, not that. I haven't even read anything on that.
Yeah, because they're like bullying Sony into because they own the titles now and all that, and Sony's
Oh.
getting pissed off because it's all over exclusive.
Yeah,
Games for
yeah,
Sony and
yeah.
all
I
that.
got it. Are they going to go to exclusivity? I doubt it.
I'm going to go over here and look and see how much the Holystone, whatever. What's that drone name?
Holy Stone.
Holystone. Let me go to Amazon because he mentioned in that thing that you can get it on Amazon.
What, Angel? Yeah, you're talking to me.
That was
Kitty
the
cat,
seven.
one's
I
outside.
think that was the 720E or 720G. Let's see what's. Holy crap, that's cheap. A screen share.
It's because they put cheap parts in it.
The one he was flying was one of these, wasn't it?
Might have been the 720, I think. Gee, but
720P, 720G. I think the G has extra batteries.
Or weren't they the same ones Unreal was doing the replica studios, weren't they? I think.
Anyways, Unity came out with a new pricing model that they wanted to do January 1, and they were going to charge X percentage for installs and they were going to go back and charge for installs that had already been done too. They lit that community on fire.
That's Corey saying they want 20 cents per install of a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by all means, in the going forward, if that's what they decide they want to do, that they have the right to. But to go back,
Yeah, but how do you
try to charge
how do you
people
tell which
for-
ones are how do you tell which ones are real ones and pirated ones and what do the developers literally ask the Unity guys? Okay, so that means if you know which ones are pirated, why can't you share that technology? Why can't you stop the piracy in the first place? There were so many problems with that. Those guys put it out that it was yeah.
That's pretty cheap for that 720, isn't it, Paul?
Well,
Yeah,
if anything, Corey, that's because they're trying to. That might be their fee for you having a pirated game of theirs. They figure they'll get something out of you, right?
but I think that 720's been out for a while. You might have to go back and see exactly which one he was talking about, Captain Drone.
Then
Let's
you
see
get
if I
a
still
$50
got
off
it.
coupon.
He doesn't. That one there, Paul's only got 2-axis gimbal. So
Okay.
I don't think that's the one.
Yeah, the 3-axis gimbal is the one he has. Right here, maybe?
That's 2-axis too.
Well, it's a brand new one, so maybe they don't have it out yet.
He might not have it yet because they're all 2-axis, Paul.
Okay. Okay. Because he said you can go over and check Amazon. So let me see if I can figure out what he was talking about.
Look in his description. It's probably got the drone model in the description. Hell, he may have the link to it in his description.
Corey said it's the HS720R.
R.
HS720R. Okay.
Okay, so once again, it's Pete Hurd.
720R.
Corey, and most likely they'll have to back out of that hole.
Yeah, they already kind of are.
Well, you piss the gaming community off, and it
Oh, the link is in the chat. Corey just put it in.
Oh, did he? Okay.
that's a
On
big
top of that,
community
some of the
piss
big
off.
games turned their advertising off, so they're literally losing money. Obviously, the
What?
game is losing money because they're not getting, but Unity's losing money too because they're not getting ad money. Because some of them turned the ads off.
Well, look at the price of that. That's not a lot of money.
Well, $399 US.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might as well go with the Mini One SE for that price. Or even just a standard.
Like I
one,
said,
probably
I
better than that.
wonder, I wonder when the chips that are used in like the 2 and the 3 get cheap enough for people like Holy Stone to start using, because it's, come on, companies like Holy Stone and some of those others, all they're doing is buying up parts that other companies aren't using and then using that to make their drones. So
Oh,
it's all older, slower chips that is, excess quantity from the phone guys not using them that they're using in their crap. So that's why the CPUs are a little slower. That's why it's a little laggier. And, take your pick on all the. But someday they're going to be using chips that are kind of in the Mini 2, Mini 3, because they're going to be the $2 chips that they're going to be able to afford to buy. So when companies like Holy Stone can produce a $300 drone that is as good as the Mini 2, Mini 3.
Look at Drone Shot says that on eBay right now, a Mini 3 Pro. Last item is available, new condition, $274.50.
Really? That must be on a bid.
I don't know.
That's probably current bid.
I think that's a refurbished because is it available condition or new quantity? I don't know. No, maybe it's brand new.
Wow. What, did Justin leave us or is he still here?
He's here. Well, his icon's here.
But in order for you to use that drone, okay, there's 9 steps to go through to get it off the ground. Okay. You got to place it on a level surface, head pointing forward, rotate the drone vertical until rear
Hey, Paul,
indicator.
can you go in the right order? You don't go from 1 to 6.
Oh, sorry. Look at all this though. Like 9 steps just to get it off the freaking ground. Look like you got to calibrate the compass and everything here and GPS before you even fly every time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, come on. Those are the same steps as DJI. They just spelled it out. Wait for the little blinky lights to turn green. Make sure it's
Yep.
on the ground. Oh, and make sure you look around the area and nobody's going to get hit by the props. And oh, come on. Anybody's written technical documentation could have turned that into 18 steps.
Oh my God, look who's in the chat. Hey, Rob. Wow, long time no hear.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering how you're doing. I see you're still kicking anyways. That's good.
But someday, what Holy Stone produces will be as good as probably the Mini 2, Mini 3.
Yeah, they have
Because
to
the
catch up
parts,
somewhere.
because the $2 chips that they're buying to put in there will be what DJI is paying $20 for today. That's how all that crap works. They're just sourcing the leftover chips that the phone companies aren't putting into their phones. Extra quantity.
sounds-
Hey, we'll buy
that's-
this at a discount.
Yeah, for that price, that's still, you could still get a better drone than that for around that
Mhm.
price.
Not saying you can't. Mini 3 SE. Best example.
Mini 3
Mini 3?
SE.
Or no,
A
Mini
Mini
2
2.
SE. They have
have
the
a
Mini
Mini
3. They have a plain Mini 3 that's right at that price.
They have a Mini 1 and a Mini 2 SE though. Oh, I
Yeah.
won't be surprised they don't come out with the Mini 3 SE that's the same exact damn drone, just
Mm.
repackaged.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they when they have leftover parts, they'll go to the parts bin again.
Because essentially the Mini 2 SE was just the Mini 1 SE. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, just roll over for a cuddle. Forgot I'm single. Fell out the bed.
And again, what you
right
just
there.
talked about, right? Hey, we'll
Buy it
use
now.
we'll use what's in the parts. We'll use what's in the parts bin to make this new thing, right?
That's just for the pro. That's just for the
That's
Flymore
the
kit.
Flymore kit. There's no drone in it.
There's no drone. Yeah.
Oh, it's for the, okay.
I was about to say that's pretty damn cheap for a Mini 3. Let me get my credit card out. Shit.
Yeah,
$215.
That's about the price of the Flymore kit. New.
yeah. Flymore kit. They're paying $3.29 over here.
Yeah, that would be cheap if that was a drone.
So anyways,
Yeah.
that's what companies like Holystone are doing. They're buying chips out of the overstock chip bin from some of these factories where the phone guys didn't end up using all of their allocation and are looking to unload old inventory. And so you have companies like Holystone that buy that crap up and make something with it, and voila. That's why you end up with something that is cheap in all ways. Go back about 7-8 years, and that's probably about the quality of chips that they're buying.
Yeah, they're running about $560 on eBay.
Yeah, you can get a Flymore kit Mini 2 refurbished straight from DJI's eBay store for $366.
Yeah.
But why
Mini-
the
The Mini 3s though, they're $500.
So it's like if you had to choose between that and the Holystone, even with the $50 coupon, which take it down to 302, still, which one would you rather have? The
Mm,
Mini 2?
yeah.
None of the above.
Well, that's not the choice. The choice is you got to pick one of the two.
No, I
Yeah.
don't. I have enough drones.
You
I
don't
don't
have
need
a
to
Mini
pick.
2.
I don't need to pick any of them.
Do you have a Mini 2 though?
I gave it away.
Oh, okay.
And they have the Flymore kit for 300. That's only the 2 battery one, like Costco sells
Hmm.
for 300.
And seriously, Dominic, that's what I did. I did give it away. Because I had the Nano. Why
Hmm.
did I need 2 small drones?
One guy's got a, oh, that one's on bid. Never mind.
Whilst Rob says that Autel right now where he is has got some crazy
Deals on right now.
going
Right.
on.
There you go.
Yeah, they're probably trying to sell out their
Yeah, the milk
inventory.
carton.
That is a great picture.
That's
I
funny.
like
Yes.
that. That's funny.
Hilarious.
And they're gonna go find it, and then they're gonna go, we never found it. We don't
Yeah.
know where it's at.
Yeah.
said-
And you'll never know that they actually found it because they're not gonna let you know
Yes.
where they actually found it.
Yeah. But it's
Ones that I'm
not
seeing, Joe,
before the injection.
the ones that I'm seeing they're less than that, Jody, are all broken ones for parts. Like I saw one for like 120, but they got one for 100, but it's all just parts. See, watch.
Actually, Dominic, if I want to know where it's at, I'll walk next door.
Mhm.
71.
I have a
Yes, see.
retired I have a retired 2-star Air Force general that lives next to me. I'm telling you, she would know who to call and would have the answers. I'm telling you, they know where it's at.
Hmm.
They're just not saying. And what that, the reality of what that
Is
probably
that,
means,
is that
Dominic,
bids on
is
that one for 127.50?
Yeah, these are all the ones that are that low are all bidding. It's not buy it now. And then they have broken ones for like 120 bucks, but they're just for parts.
it probably went down in the ocean, and that's why they're not saying, because they don't want the Russians or the Chinese
345.
trying to go get
Go
it.
up a little bit. $345 for a Mini 3 with the smart controller.
Mm.
Buy it now. Last one. Now that's a deal.
I don't know how good of a deal that is. Oh, Mini 3 Pro with that. Yeah, that's
Mini
a deal.
3 Pro
Yeah,
with
that's a
the
bit
smart
That's a
controller.
deal. Yeah,
That's
that's
a
the
deal.
that's the $909 package.
Yeah, I was gonna say that smells.
That smells a scam.
Well,
Mhm.
who's the
It's
seller? What's the rating the seller's got?
Or it
It's,
was
uh,
stolen. It's a stolen one.
Yeah, it's got sus written all over it.
Oh, it might be what it's saying. It's just that it got stolen out of a store somewhere. Some pawn shop bought it from some thief for like 50 bucks. There you
Yeah.
go. Some crackhead sold it to a pawn store.
And it's got a
who's
0
now-
rating. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's no history on the
Yeah,
seller.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. Okay, so that's the thief who stole
And
it. Trying
you
to
only
sell it.
have to put, did you see where it said $99 down? And if you pay it in 6 months, is no interest.
I wouldn't buy that, Jody.
On
There's
PayPal. On PayPal.
well, the thing is there's no seller history, so yeah, I wouldn't buy that particular mini.
Yeah, sus.
If it
That
was
one,
somebody
that one got
that's-
stolen off the semi, and they just don't know that
well,
it
they
was
probably
stolen.
don't even have it. You're probably not going to even get a drone.
Yeah.
You
That's
get
what I'm
some of the
saying.
brick
It's
in there.
what they're now. If the seller had been selling on eBay for 10 years and had a shit ton of ratings and
Yeah,
was rated high, then I would take the chance. of
Or
buying
or it was one of those people who follow the UPS and FedEx truck around and swipe packages, and they got lucky and got a drone. So now they're trying to sell it on eBay.
yeah.
Could be one of those people too.
Which means it's not registered, right?
Oh, right. It's probably, it very well could be legit. And it also could very well be stolen property,
Yep.
and you'd never know it. Neither would DJI.
Hmm.
Depending on who the thing was bought by and shipped by. If
Hmm.
it was bought directly from DJI, then DJI would know the serial number that was shipped. But if it was bought through a third party like Best Buy and shipped to their house and then swipe, no tracking that by serial number.
Look at TJ.
Hey, they're trying to find this damn battery through in there.
I thought maybe he was
He wants to play with the alligator.
alligator hunting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Fuck that,
alligator
dude.
hunting.
He can play around in that pond if he wants to. Fuck that.
Hopefully he's got somebody standing there with a gun.
Oh, what's
Come
up,
on.
Mike?
Hey,
Yeah,
night
feel
train.
You finally back home? I saw your picture. I showed
Yeah.
it earlier. You driving home?
He Night Train. He builds FPV. He could just go into the camera drone business and start building them as camera drones and selling them.
Yeah, you walked into the lake to take a piss, right, Mike?
Hey, isn't that why everybody that's at the beach goes into the water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Too lazy to go to the bathroom? The real bathroom? So just go into the ocean. Nobody will know.
Oh, awesome.
Good.
So nothing serious or what that was the final result they well, you bet you go into a public pool, it's gonna have piss in it.
Oh,
But I mean,
heavens, yes.
but I mean, if a pool's filtered correctly and it has chlorine in it, it's not gonna matter
Yeah.
anyway. It's gonna kill it.
Yeah, that's
as soon
why
as
you
it hits
piss
the
in there.
water. Well, I mean,
Mm.
you don't have to be that grossed out about going swimming in a public pool, even though you kind of know that's gonna be there. Like I said, if it's filtered correctly and it's got the right chemicals in there, it's as soon as it hits the water, it's gonna kill it anyway.
Mm.
So, chlorine ain't no joke. Spots in the left chest side. Did you all clear? They got them all out? Or did they have to like remove any, or they're just hoping medication's gonna dislodge them?
Mm. Just yeah, the same with my brother because he had clot as well. So they tried with medication. So we're hoping that the medication works. Good news, Mike. Good news.
Oh, you should have just invited Count Dracula over and then got a resupply afterwards.
What?
Sorry, joke.
I've always heard that, Mark, but I've never actually seen a pool that has that. Like I have
Yeah.
heard of that before. And I've seen them make fun of that in the movies, but I've never actually seen a pool that does that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Especially the feet is where the clots can happen.
Oh. It's getting
So the-
old, sucks, I tell you.
Yeah, I
So-
know.
So Dominic, what happens to the vampire when they suck down the clot?
I don't know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know.
It's an interesting question, huh? They get plugged. They get plugged up too.
Yeah. Mm.
The vampire better hope that the guy didn't have garlic chicken for lunch.
Yeah.
And how would you know, Marie?
What's that?
Said hotels use it all the time. Like I said, I've never actually seen it. So like I've never seen a kid in a pool and then all of a sudden it just starts turning colors. Cause they did that in what was that movie? Grown Ups?
Mm.
Was it Grown Ups? I think that was the first one when they went to the water park. And the three dads are sitting in the kiddie pool and they all piss. And all the kids get out running because it's the water starts turning blue around them.
Oh, come on. It's like 95% water anyways.
Like I said, there's the chemicals in those pools though. Like I
Yeah,
said,
for sure.
nothing survives chlorine. That's like bleach. I mean, nothing survives. I don't care what it is. Nothing's living in that. It neutralizes it as soon as it hits the water.
So Autel is having sales
Mm.
That's what he said.
on their site or on Amazon or on Best Buy or
Usually when they do sales, they go on sale on Amazon as well. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any sales on Amazon. They got a Evo 2 Dual. Save $300 with the coupon. They
Hmm.
have some coupons on some of them for like $100, $200, $300, but
There you go, just for you, Justin.
Yeah.
I still want one of those.
Well, go and do it.
It's got all the accessories. 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries.
No, Mark, I don't think I've seen that.
It's got the
Internals.
it's got 2 different cameras.
Go to YouTube and look that movie up. Internals.
That's probably a pretty good buy.
Hmm.
Rob's saying that they're only doing it on their site. I'll tell.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, Mike, it's so hard to sleep in the hospitals,
I know.
especially when they're in and out of your room like every 2 hours. They
Yeah,
come in
and
wake you
especially
up.
when you got people snoring or when you got people talking to themselves. That problem recently.
Well, you could be in a room by yourself, but if you're in a hospital where they're
Yeah, I had
very
3 other
attentive,
people in there and they were
There's
talking to
some-
themselves.
yeah, there's some hospitals where they're very attentive, and they come in like every hour and a half to check you.
Yeah.
And you don't really get a lot of time to sleep. You're taking
Yeah,
little
no,
cat
no,
naps.
they, as I said,
Holy crap. He's not kidding. The Light Plus for $9.79.
Mark, is that the Marvel movie, The
I
Internals?
got mine on sale at Best Buy for $1,100. That's like $200 cheaper yet. And the little Nano Plus is 609. Jesus. Yeah, he's not kidding. That's 340 bucks off on a Nano Plus. That sucker has a really damned good camera.
That's what I've got.
That Nano Plus. It may fly a little suspicious, but God bless
Well, what it
America,
does,
that
it
camera
doesn't,
is
it
good.
doesn't have the strength and power to overcome a lot of winds, but it still flies nice.
So Paul, let me ask you this question, because I have this problem with mine and I wonder whether it's not my remote. Do you ever have cases where you're yawing and the damn thing just kind of like keeps yawing on its own if you stop yawing?
It's funny you should mention that. I had that one, another one, and I had to send it back to Autel and they sent me another one.
Mine's got that problem.
Yep.
So it was the drone or the remote?
It was the drone. Yep.
It was the drone.
They replaced the whole thing, gave me a new controller and a new drone.
Mm. Yeah, mine every once in a while, just like randomly, will just keep yawing. Even though I let go of the stick and it's still yawed. It's like, hey, stop, drone, come back here. Yeah, you bump it to yaw, and instead of going like 2 degrees, it goes like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
They replaced it. I called and talked to them and gave them the serial number and everything, and they
Mine's too old, probably.
sent it back,
I don't even know if I still have. I don't know if I got 2 years of care refresh. If I got 2 years of care refresh, I don't know if they had the care refresh at that time. Yeah, whatever. I'm not worried about it.
Well, you could always sell it.
It's a minor annoyance at best. Other than that, it flies okay.
That's what you should have got when you got the when the Nano was giving you issues. You should have went ahead and just got the light while you were at it.
I do have the
Got
light
rid-
plus.
No,
I have
I
the
was
light
talking
plus
about
as well. Oh,
Cause he was complaining about the Nano not being good in wind, and he went through all that issue and
the light
was
plus is
exchanging
freaking
it.
that light plus is a fucking awesome drone.
Well,
I
Paul,
think it's
what are
great.
you flying with Autel?
But me,
Yeah,
the Evo 2 Pro Enterprise,
Evo
V1,
2
V2.
Pro Enterprise. Okay.
the V2.
Ah, got it. Yeah, I got the V1. I got two of the V1s.
You
Not
don't have any,
Enterprise,
you
but-
don't have any problems, Paul, with wind or anything with that, right?
Nope,
Oh, hell
nope,
no.
No.
You could fly that thing in 40-mile-an-hour winds, Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously. 40, but
I
I've
need to
done
get
it.
me one of those then.
I literally did it. I took my Evo 2 Pro. Oh shit. Now you're gonna make me do it. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Let me go find. It's on like the 4th page on my freaking video page of
40.
content pages now is how old this
40
damn
miles an hour.
video is.
64 kilometers. That'd be good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of my first videos. One of the first few videos that I ever did.
Marie
I
asked
just
you a
need to go to
question.
I just need to go to the end and move back forward. Now
Yeah,
find
yeah,
it faster.
I saw Murray. I'm still trying to wait. I'm still waiting for Mark to answer
Yeah.
about that movie. If he was talking about the Marvels movie, The Internals, or if it was a different movie. 'Cause I didn't even know this movie was out. But it
Mm.
was made 2021. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to check that out. See if my one app has it.
Okay. Yep, wind is a lot that we have at the moment.
Hang on, trying to find the damn video.
No, you're right. Yeah, because it was windy yesterday, but it was right on that 18 to 20 mile an hour run. I did it successfully. So I noticed that once you get to 30 kilometers, that's right on the edge. But I had it didn't come up with any wind warnings, so happy about that. I just had there was a few birds around and I got a little bit sphincter tightening.
Oh, here it is.
And there we go.
Arr. Okay. Now that I found it,
Yeah.
now let me share it. Here you go. So this is my Evo 2 Pro in a tropical storm. We had 30+ mile an hour steady winds with gusts of 40 plus. There was a tropical storm offshore from us here in the Daytona area. And I literally put this thing up.
It's a mid 60s in kilometers.
Yeah. You can see the drone. It's tilted and angled
Yeah.
and fighting. But so the left is my little pocket cannon on the
Yeah.
left, and the right is the video coming off the drone. Notice how damn steady that video
Oh
is.
my. Yeah.
So the people who bitch that the Evo 2 Pro is like a flying brick, well, no kidding. It can fly in crap like this because it is a flying brick that would just
Yeah.
I need
Solid.
to give you one of those
it's
things.
solid. And you can tell it's not doing for winds that high. It's not bouncing as hard as you would think it would be bouncing around.
Exactly.
And winds that hard. That thing is out there and doing its thing.
If you didn't have the video as proof to show
Yeah.
that that's moving around, no one would have believed you.
Nobody would have believed me. But that's an Evo 2 Pro basically flying in tropical storm.
Mm.
The gusts were over 40, so 39 mile an hour is a tropical storm wind.
Wowzers.
And the wind, steady wind, was probably 34, 35 mile an hour in that video.
At mid 60s in kilometers.
And I literally, earlier that spring, I was going to take it out because we had similar conditions and I chickened out. And when this one came by, I just like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I literally took it over there and tried it just to see if I could. And I'll be damned.
Just send it. Yeah.
Everybody that was at the beach that day could not believe that drone was out there hovering over the beach like that. They were like, really? That thing's flying? Yep, it's flying. So, yeah. I'm fine with my Evo 2 Pro. It does perfectly fine in really shitty weather. I know, because I did it.
That's the only way to find out sometimes. Do it.
Yep, just go do it. I did.
And it's done. Yeah.
So, and I'm sure Mr. Hodges can back that up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that thing beats in the air and the wind. Yeah.
Hey, wind, who cares? Like, I don't care. What wind? I don't care. 30 mile an hour or whatever. I can fly it. No issues. You know, the only problem I had that day with that flight, I had one problem. Well, actually, kind of two. The first problem was the worst problem. Taking off. When I took off, the drone went backwards about 3 feet. I was literally, I took off and the thing started going, I literally went full stick forward to try to keep the thing from being pushed backwards because of the wind, because the computer hadn't had time to adjust to the environment yet, right? It just took off. It takes it a couple of seconds before it kind of figures out the wind and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it took off and started going backwards.
So
it's
you
like-
were standing behind it then.
Yeah, I wasn't standing behind it, but a parking lot was, and I was worried about it going into a car. And like, stop, come back here, damn it. Eventually, I got to stop. It got to the hover, and once I got it hovering, then it was fine. After that, it was just like fly it like normal, even in that wind. It was like, okay, I'm good. I know how to fight this wind now, and it did. And then took it out and hovered it over the beach. I was obviously not going to hover it over the water, but hovered it over the beach, over the dunes, and you saw the video.
Yeah.
There it was.
Yeah.
So don't give me no crap about my Evo 2 Pro. I like it. It's a beast.
Yeah. Just send it then.
And the video, and it's a 1-inch sensor, and the video that comes off of that is really good. As much as I paid for that Mavic 3 Pro, I would still put my Evo 2 Pro video up against it. And there are some things that it can do that the DJI can't do that I prefer.
Oh.
There's one I'm surprised DJI hasn't copied. One feature.
Mm.
And it's literally just kind of it's probably a bit of a firmware thing too. But if you use DaVinci Resolve, they call it dehaze.
Mhm.
So it takes the white out of it so that the colors are a little more colorful.
Yeah.
Autel calls it defog, but it's essentially dehaze in DaVinci. And I'm surprised that DJI hasn't sort of copied that feature.
Yes.
You end up with some much more colorful sunrises turning that on.
Hey, well, AG, you made that prediction an hour ago, but I'm going for coffee.
Hey, Hodges, do you use the defog feature at all?
I think I have. Yeah, I'm sure I have. Yeah. Might even be on all the time, but
Yeah,
But
it just makes it more colorful. It kind of takes the white out of the video. So that the colors pop.
yeah.
Although the Evo 2 already has high saturation, so they already kind of pop pretty well.
The only thing I found with the Autel with the auto settings, it's too sharp. You know,
Yeah, everybody has said that.
way too sharp. But
And
anyway,
you can just go change that in the settings. So
I changed that. Yeah. So, but at least I don't default back to it every time. That's a good thing. Once I got it set, it's set.
Mhm.
Yeah, just a little softer. So, but anyways, Paul, I'm gone. See ya.
Okay, buddy.
Talk to you guys.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you tomorrow. So,
Okay, see you in the morning.
yep. Bye.
I guess the dog can turn the computer off now.
Yeah.
Anyways, that Light Plus is not quite an Evo 2 Pro, but pretty close. The way I like to describe the Light Plus, it's a cleaned up version of the Evo 2 Pro.
Mhm.
Little lighter weight and with longer flight time and it's not the exact same one inch sensor. It's a different version, but they've kind of cleaned up the video on it, so it's not quite so over sharp like Paul was talking about. It's sort of a cleaned up version.
So
Okay.
Justin has left us, is he?
No, well, he's
No, I'm sitting here. I'm just
Okay.
still here.
answering
He's
some
hiding.
comments.
He's hiding.
Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we've been on here long enough? How many people we got watching?
It's
Only
about my
11
dinner.
people watching.
It's about my dinner time, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's getting about that time as well.
Justin, you're on again tonight later, right?
No.
Well, Lloyd's not on tonight because he has to.
Yeah,
Ten.
so it's vacant and it's wide open for you,
Yeah, it's
Justin.
vacant.
Oh, we'll see.
You can talk about Unity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the
Every time I try
all,
to
all,
talk
all
about
the hate, all the hate in the community right now is about what Unity.
every time I try to talk about something serious, some people bring up midgets and other stuff, and then it just goes off the wall.
Yeah, but you know what? It adds to your viewers.
Circumcision.
Yeah, circumcisions and midgets and all
It,
kinds of other
it
shit,
adds
name
to
it.
your viewers.
All right.
Alright.
Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll
None
see
of
y'all
us can
later.
talk
See y'all
anything
later.
serious.
Hey, everybody. We'll see y'all again later tomorrow and maybe tune in at what time, Justin? 8 o'clock?
It'll be 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock
It'll be
Eastern
8 o'clock
time.
Eastern is an open hour.
Yep.